Ladies and gentlemen, Ron Hicks joined the government of Alberta in 1980 and became Alberta's top public servant in 2004. And as Deputy Minister of Executive Council, he set a standard for excellence in public sector management and astute policy advice that his successors strive to match, including myself. Ron believes governments must honor the trust that citizens place in them and deliver value for tax dollars. He practiced what he preached, and through the Peter Lougheed Award for Public Policy Leadership, we honor his service to Alberta and to Canada. As the individual that was brought in to fill Ron's shoes, I personally know just how great of an impact he had on the Alberta Public Service. Good public policy is essential in order to have good governance, and Ron made policy development a focus during his time in Executive Council. He worked to build a strong network of policy work that crossed ministry boundaries, ensuring that what was developed was truly representative of all aspects of government. And in a large organization like the GOA, it is far too easy for departments to form silos. Now, Ron's leadership not only broke down those silos for policy development, he also broke them down amongst the over 25,000 members of the Alberta Public Service. Ron united staff through a common vision and corporate values, and encouraged them to work together to serve all Albertans. His work has earned him great respect, not only within the Alberta Public Service, but within government as a whole. Now, I have the honor of presenting Ron with a letter from his former boss, Premier Ed Stelmach, who is disappointed that a scheduling conflict prevented him from attending this evening and honoring Ron personally. So the letter states, "Dear Ron, congratulations on receiving the Peter Lougheed Award for Leadership in Public Policy. This honor is so well deserved. Throughout your career with the Government of Alberta, you promoted a culture of effective and efficient service and fostered a strong, unified public service team. I especially appreciated your work to build cross-ministry coordination and strategic planning. And I'm glad to know that upcoming leaders at the University of Alberta's School of Business continue to benefit from your experience and wisdom. On a personal note, it was a pleasure to work with you. I always appreciated your wise counsel and sound advice. On behalf of all Albertans, please accept my sincere congratulations on this honor. Thank you for all of your help and counsel that you provided the Government of Alberta. You have built a rich legacy within the public service that will resonate well into the future. Sincerely yours, Ed Stelmach." Let me echo the Premier's remarks when I say that this evening's honor is earned and very well deserved. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Ron Hicks.
Well, thanks very much, Brian, for that kind introduction. I feel a little inadequate. I was only looking after Alberta, not Alberta and British Columbia at the same time, but the job grew after I left, I guess. I'm very, very honored to be recognized by the Public Policy Forum and to receive an award alongside such a distinguished group of professionals who are being celebrated here this evening. It's also very meaningful for me to be recognized by Premier Lougheed. In the mid-1980s, when I was taking my master's at the University of Alberta, he co-taught a course with Merv Leach and Roy Farron. And Premier, you really did inspire me through that course to continue my career in public service, and for that, I thank you very much. Sitting in the Premier's class, I never dared dream that one day I might receive an award from him. Of course, sitting in that class, I never dared daydream at all because he ran those classes like a cabinet meeting, and you definitely stayed focused and paying attention to what he said. Tonight, I want to begin by thanking my wife, Marvel, who is here, and my family for supporting my career and endeavors over the years. And I also wanted to thank the premiers and the ministers that I served. I just don't, it's hard to describe how hard those individuals work and the tough decisions that they have to make, and I have great respect for them. And I really appreciate the confidence that each of them showed in me. And finally, I want to thank the great many public servants with whom I had the pleasure of working with over the years. I admired their dedication to serving citizens and their commitment to values like integrity, respect, accountability, and excellence in their work. I was always proud during my career to say that I was a member of the Alberta Public Service. I share this award with them because my accomplishments were collective accomplishments. I want to take this opportunity to comment briefly on the future of the public service. I believe the ability of any government to address the increasingly complex issues we face as a society and to expertly serve its citizens depends on the ability to recruit, engage, develop, and retain a first-class public service. Alberta and several other governments across the country have launched programs in recent years to recruit replacements for the many employees ready to retire soon. These governments have also set out to invest in the development of staff and the policy capacity of the public service so that elected decision makers get the best evidence-based advice possible in tackling the many critical policy issues they face. And these governments have been promoting and measuring employee engagement. Engaged employees perform better, have a much better understanding of how to meet client needs, are less likely to leave, and more likely to advocate their organization as a good place to work and promote its services. In short, higher employee engagement leads to higher citizen satisfaction, which results in greater public confidence in government. In response to the recent economic crisis, many governments have been forced to reduce public service expenditures. Measures have required letting people go, suspending hiring, freezing salaries, eliminating performance pay, cutting travel, reducing training, and so on. Tough financial conditions call for tough actions. But having gone through it before and having managed public service staff under those constraints, I'm concerned about the long-term negative impact that such measures can have on employee engagement and the performance of the public service. Governments need to address deficits, and the public service must share in the reductions. However, I believe we need to give a little more thought to not only the immediate savings, but the long-term costs of some of the specific measures that are being selected and the processes that are being used to implement them. The impact on employee engagement and the future capacity of the public service deserves that we take this look. Alberta and many other governments should be applauded for their efforts to ensure they maintain first-class public service organizations. We should urge them not to let the current financial crisis distract them from that very important goal. Thank you for your attention, and thank you very much for this award. It's a great honor. Thank you.